Good morning. My name is Jamal W. Childs. I am a medically retired Army veteran. I'm at the Terra Cafe, 101 East 25th Street, and the discussion is Veterans Affairs and Veterans Situations. At this present time, I'm making this video for all the veterans across the United States and the world and their family members. What I want to do while I'm trying to enjoy these French fries is let the people know that there's hope for them when it comes to dealing with the Veterans Administration. The Veterans Administration is a two-part entity. It's the Benefits Administration and the Health Administration. And what they're supposed to do is run parallel with each other when it comes to entitlements, benefits, and other things that involve veterans' life. So what I'm here to tell you veterans and family members that the VA is the big bamboozle. I call the VA the octopus, because what happens is that the Benefits Administration and the Health Administration are not running parallel with the 2,000 facilities that they have established across the world. Now, I am service-connected, 100% total and permanent special monthly compensation and aid in attendance. And what I'm trying to do is establish my story before I pass. I have made my peace with God. I fear nothing but God. And it is what it is. So what I'm going to tell you is my story, how I ended up in the Veterans Administration Hospital, Veterans Administration Hospital, 10 North Green Street, Baltimore, Maryland, in 2010. A veteran named Kelly came to my house. He was inpatient in Prairie Point VA Hospital in Prairie Point, Maryland for mental health and alcohol abuse. So when he got out of treatment, he came to my house and said, "Hey, you know you're a veteran?" And no, I didn't know I was a veteran. So I was more or less like, let's go get a drink and this stuff like this, because we used to party together. And then he like, look, I don't drink no more, and I'm gonna take you down to VA. Now mind it, I didn't know I was a veteran. I didn't know I had a mental disorder. I was unemployed and a host of other things, and I was definitely an alcoholic, but I didn't know I was an alcoholic. So that was June the 10th of 2010. So June 11th of 2010, Mr. Kelly came back to my house and said, "Are you ready to go?" He banged on the door. I looked out the window. I was like, "What's going on?" So I was like, he said, "I'm coming back to get you to take you to the VA." Mind that I got a hangover from the day before, because after he left, I still party over my Parmesan and my drinky drinks, which was beer. It was natural ice at that present time. So it was like, hurry up. So it was like shit shave and bathe, if you want to use that terminology. So hurried up, got in the car with him. He took me to the VA. He got me an ID card, primary care doctor, a psychiatrist, and then future on physicals. Now you gotta understand something. Me and this guy partied for years. I mean, like drinking and all that stuff like that. So I really wanted to stop drinking, but I didn't know how. Now, I followed his lead through the VA. He was like, look, you need to make these appointments. You need to make these physicals and things of this nature. So as time was going on, it's like, look, if I can't come get you, you meet me down there. Now, you gotta understand something. I don't know what I'm doing. All I did was on a consistent basis from June, July, and August, follow the man's lead. There was no situation where as though I try to make him feel uncomfortable with him dealing with me. I really wanted to stop drinking, but I didn't know how to stop drinking. So as time went on, he said, look, put me in a bereavement group, father's group, because I have a son that died in 1999, and I never grieved that death. So he put me in a bereavement group, father's group, the addiction group, which I was an alcoholic, but I didn't acknowledge it at first. And he said, make sure that you go to this group. And the group was compensation and pension. And this group was on a Wednesday from 1 o'clock, if I remember right, more or less, I think it was 12 o'clock until 1:30. and it taught veterans how to navigate compensation and pension. Now, mind it, Kelly said, whatever you do, sit up front and shut the hell up, Jamal. Don't talk to nobody, don't socialize, just take notes and follow the guy's lead. And the guy that had that group, name was Trevor Lane. Kelly and Trevor Lane were both combat Marines. So I went to the group, I sat up front, taking notes, trying to figure out what these people were talking about. And, you know, the situation got to the point where I was like, I'm going to ask Trevor, can he do my paperwork for compensation and pension? Because I'm married, I got 7 kids, and I was unemployed. I used to walk from my house to the VA and walk back. That's to ride a bus from my house to the VA and walk back, was approximately 4 or 5 miles. That's all the way up, let's say for 4 or 5 months. You know, that was part of my therapy. So eventually, Mr. Trevor Lane, which he has done hundreds of people claims, did my claims. And the first time we met was just me and him. I still don't know what I'm doing. All I know is Kelly was like, Jamal, shut up and listen to what that man telling you. Eventually, you're going to get paid. I didn't know what I was going to get paid for. So time went on. Then I had my wife come down there, and she was twiddling her thumbs. This is a true story. I don't know nothing about this compensation and pension, blah, 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 whatever. Then we met again. I filed my paperwork in October of 2010. I eventually ended up going to Prairie Point VA Hospital for alcoholism in December of 2010. And it is what it is. I had to go inpatient to detox off the alcohol. While I was inpatient at Prairie Point, I received a benefits and entitlements of 70% service connected after being in Prairie Point like 47 days, 48 days. And you understand something. I want y'all to listen to what I'm telling you. I still didn't know what I was doing. All I was doing was following lead from Mr. Kelly and Mr. Trevor Lane. So what happened was the wife called up and said, did you put a large amount of money in the bank? No, I didn't. First of all, I'm impatient trying to detox off this alcohol. I don't have a job. I ain't seen my kids. I'm very irritated. I ain't had sex since Lord knows when. You know, all the combination of things. You know, with my disposition, I really don't like people at that present time. But you know, that's another story I'll discuss later. So what happened was I was 70% service connected, and I said, what am I gonna do with this? So I took the paperwork that came off the fax machine and got on my knees and prayed to God that I would never ever take another drink again in my life. I prayed to God to help myself and help his people. And this is going on 11 years later, December the 1st, 2019. So the situation at hand was that when I got the 70% service connected, I tried to contact Trevor Lane and Mr. Kelly and couldn't get neither one of them on the phone. So I had to catch a Uber. No, I'm wrong. I had to catch the shuttle from Prairie Point to Baltimore, Maryland, to have a discussion with Mr. Trevor Lane and Kelly about these entitlements that I got. Now, what people don't understand is this, that these individuals have been in the VA system before, and they're more privy to and knowledgeable about how dealing with certain situations when it comes to entitlements and benefits. My major injury come from the military is from a burns from a welding accident, non-combat PTSD. The next thing is bilateral knees, lower back condition, flat feet, chronic neuropathy, lower extremities, and I got a shoulder injury from throwing my shoulder out, working on some welding equipment while I was in the military. So all these different scenario situations led up to me getting compensated for these particular injuries that were really hindering my daily living, and I didn't know. Then once I received 70% service connected, it was tumultuous. I was very upset to find out that I had a mental disorder. That was disturbing. I don't know about nobody else out here, but when I realized I had a mental disorder and I was an alcoholic, it was very disturbing to me. So I had to make a conscious choice with myself and the God of my understanding. Do I continue on drinking, or am I change my life? This is one of the reasons I'm at this point right now. I'm making this video for the ones that want to listen. If you don't want to listen, this ain't the video for you. This is about saving people's lives. It's about disrespect from the Veterans Administration, disrespect from the military, because we stretch our bodies like a rubber band on a consistent basis, and that's what you get. You get disabilities, which could be, a bloodborne disease, or you got a neck injury, or any kind of injury that comes from occupational or combat related. We're the only ones in the United States that can file claims and be homeless, and come from being homeless, getting your teeth put back in your mouth, to owning a house, have a job in the VA, get a percentage, and open up a business. Nobody else can do this in the United States. And this is another thing. You don't pay no taxes on none of this. It is what it is. So, moving forward, I want these people to understand that these two combat Marines, I want y'all to listen, put their hearts out to hundreds of veterans in the state of Maryland. And the hope and possibility for all of us is there for the ones that understand that you got to fight the VA. It's no giving. Yeah, always say giving, it's a giving, they're giving. Man, there's no such thing as no giving. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what color you are, where you come from, that octopus is wicked. It has tentacles. Like this, all the time. Shooting a die, telling lies. 90% of what everybody needs is on the internet. If you have an Amazon Alexa, a laptop, and a printer, you can tackle that VA. Now, we know all y'all got disabilities. Some of y'all got half of heads from, I don't mean half of heads, no disrespect, but I'm saying injuries from being in combat, or injuries from jumping out of planes, or injuries from being in maybe submarines and things of this nature. All other injuries are occupational. So it's very disturbing when I'm at Perry Point and these guys are like, well, you didn't get your check yet? No, I didn't get a check yet. I didn't realize that these flat feet was 50% service connected if you get service connected for flat feet. I had flat feet in the military. I was sent to Walter Reed Hospital for reconstruction shoes for flat feet in the military. And he still made me roll march 25 miles, things of this nature. So it's more important for people to be educated and do the research on your phones, research on your laptops, research in the libraries, research about your in particular situation, and stop trusting other people. It's good service reps, it's bad service reps. We ain't got time to figure out who's good and bad. At least I don't. I got educated by the best, and his name was Trevor Lane. The other one was Kelly. So these two combat Marines, because people get insensitive because people raise their voices, or this is the way he talked. But when you're dealing with money that is entitlement or residual income on a consistent basis, ain't none of this funny, as far as it concerns me. I am a veterans advocate to the heart. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm straight to the point. I'm results driven, purpose driven to the core, and I'm going to do the research. I'm not going to trust nobody tell me because they got a nice suit on, a nice skirt on, they say, well, my name just in there, and stuff like that. That's not going to work. We're in Baltimore, Maryland. It's one of the worst regional offices in the United States. That's a fact. So, there's 440,000 veterans in the state of Maryland, and all of us out there suffering, out of the 20 million in the United States. So what we have to do is open up our heads, be quiet, do the research, address the Veterans Administration on a proper format, with the proper format, on the proper forms. That's another problem. That the Benefits Administration and the Health Administration don't run parallel. Now let's go back to this. I'm the guy with no job. I'm the guy that got a mental disorder. I'm the guy that was an alcoholic. I'm the guy that was discombobulated. That's who you're looking at right now. I was a broken man when I came in the VA, and I'm a broken man right now because my brothers and sisters and my battle buddies and my comrades across the United States are not receiving their entitlements to sustain their lives and their family lives on a consistent basis. When I say consistent basis, I mean 24/7. So what I want all y'all to know is this. This is the beginning of a new chapter in my life, and I wanted to be the beginning of a new chapter in your life.